Picked myself up a brand new candle today. It's the same one I had before. So, like I said, I bought that candle and I've picked myself up some of these. It's a bit of glare, but these are the DJI Mic 3s. So we're going to be seeing how these sound, and we're going to set them up. So let's do that now. Right now I'm using the Sony ECM B10 shotgun microphone for audio. So I've got a shotgun, I just needed something that was lav. So I was saying these are the DJI Mic 3s. So, what do you get, you may be asking? To put to a full comparison of what you do get when you buy this kit, you get a bag, dead cats, cable, receiver, transmitter, clips, and a cable. So that's the receiver that you do be getting. It's got a simple design on it, and it's got an in and out selection for headphones there. It's got a little USB-C port on the back, and then an area that you can lift up when you want to plug into things like the adapter for the Sony camera. It's got a back and a power button there, and a lock button there. And it's got a little spiral wheel there and a screen here. So this is the transmitter for DJI 3. It has a little record button on the side, which I think is quite nice, as well as the fact of the pairing button. So it comes with a magnetic little clip on the back here with the DJI branding, and that just sticks and magnetically clips onto that. So one nice thing about this is with the magnet here that you do get in the pack, it does just magnetically attach onto the clip itself. So you don't have to take that off. You can if you would like to take that off, and that does reduce a bit of the weight, but overall you can just keep the clip on there in case you need to clip it onto any of your t-shirts. You get a USB-C to transmitter cable, and you get yourself a little lockable audio jack. Here's a quick guide on how to set up the camera so that it works. You first want to make sure that you have the correct receiver that DJI sell. This one is the one for either the Mic Mini or the Mic 3. You first want to slide this one into your camera. It only works for selected cameras. For mine, it's the a6700 by Sony. That's what it works for. And then the second thing you want to do is you've now got your receiver here. So you don't break this, in order to just get that piece out there in the middle, there's something very simple you must do first. It's just press that button and then it will just fall out. And then you get given one of these USB-C adapters inside the box. It typically comes in where the magnet is held. And you kind of just want to slide that one inside. And there we go. That will attach there. And then for this view, I'm just going to plug it facing towards me so I can view the settings. And perfect, that should be everything you need. Probably thinking, that's all well and good, you get this, you get that, but what does it really sound like? Hello, so this is the audio that you get out of the microphone. It is, I'm just trying to sort this one here. There we go, so this is the audio that you do receive out of the microphone straight out of the bat. I'm just testing to see how it sounds, and it sounds quite clear from my perspective already, just from a few short listens to it. There's no difference to the microphone here. There's no real settings that have been changed. It's quite, my honest first reviews of this one is a little bit confusing because the screen is so small and I do have big hands, so it is a bit difficult to press things. But apart from that, it's not bad and it's quite good. One thing I can say, I don't know if it's might be a matter more of the adapter itself between the camera and this, but as it's just USB-C, it does feel a bit flimmicky, and that it may like come undone if not done correctly. It does wobble a bit at the top. There's not much support keeping the transmitter on. I will just show you now what it looks like. As you can see through my phone here, this is what it kind of looks like. You've got this tiny little screen on the top, and my phone's going to focus, which I doubt it will. It's a tiny little screen, and it does kind of wobble a bit. So if you see there. But overall, the audio is quite good. Let me know what you guys think, because it just allows me to just... There we go. Hopefully that should just keep it concise and short, and it should mean I shouldn't have to do much. But I think it's about time we go test out this microphone and see how well it pairs up. So this is the audio coming from an outside scenario. I do have the wind muff on. I'm still on adaptive gain control. And there is a bit of wind here. I don't know if you can hear much of it, But this is what it sounds like without any sort of noise cancellation. And let me just quickly turn this onto the normal preset. Right, so, oh shit, my slipper, my sock's wet now. Fuck. So this is the audio coming from the microphone. Here we are on just a regular preset. There is no sort of noise cancellation coming through. Oh my garden here, Christ. But yeah, there's a bit of wind blowing over in the atmosphere here. It's quite a few loud, so I live by a road, so there's a bit of noise in the car wise. But so far, how does this audio sound? I've just realised that with this, I have just turned on the 24-bit audio on the camera itself because it wasn't up that high before, so yeah. Let's put that one into rich. This is what rich sounds like. I don't know if there's much difference between this and my voice. I don't think there is much difference, to be honest, with this. Let me know if you guys think there is or not. And finally, bright. Bright is supposed to lift up things and make it like higher up, but I don't hear much of that either. So let me know what you think. I'm just going to pop that one onto rich again. Basic noise reduction. So what this should do is this should just get rid of a few, and not many, but a little bit of the background noise here, and just make my voice a bit easier to hear within this windy day. And hopefully this sounds. So I'm just going to say a quick line. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. See, and we're now just going to go up to the next level, which is strong. So this is strong noise cancellation. I don't know how well, there's a truck that's just gone past. I don't know how well this sounds, whether there is any difference or not. But you will have to let me know down below what you think. What we will do as well is I will do a test to see how far you can walk within the range of this microphone to see. Similar to my Hollyland Lark one, I'll walk to the end of my road in just a minute, and I'll see how far it picks up the audio without cutting out. Hopefully the audio for this one is so far so good, and hopefully this doesn't make my voice sound too robotic. But yeah, this is the microphone basically closer up to my face rather than on my chest if I wanted to hold it like it was some sort of closer microphone or doing some sort of presentation work. So hopefully this sounds the same. We are still on adaptive gain control, so that should just raise it. So if I shout really loud or raise my voice, it kind of stays the same, but if I whisper, it also matches. So hopefully this has been great. Let's move on to the next test. So hopefully you can still hear me. This is just a quick audio test here. You can probably see me. I don't really desire to get hit by a car, but I'm just taking a few steps away from my house, seeing how it sounds. I'm just going to keep turning every few minutes just so you can see whether it cuts out or not. I can tell that with the Hollyland Lark microphone I had in the review, that's going to be top right corner now. I was able to get to the end of the road, but it did cut out quite a few times, so I wonder how this will fare. Yeah, walking down blocker here, but if I walk backwards like this, hopefully this should be even more clearer. There is a possibility that I could just click record on this one and just record internal audio, which would make it. The point of this test is just to see how far I can walk without there being any issues or cutouts. Is it still cutting out? But so far, much further than the Hollyland Lark. I think I will fire lamppost. I don't know if you can. Is quite loud with the wind here. Oh. So I have no idea. One of these buttons is supposed to into like noise cancellation, but I don't think it does it. So I need to figure that one out. But we'll go back inside because it is way too cold. Way too cold. Hope you enjoyed this. So in regards to the audio of this, I'm quite happy with it so far. It sounds very good in my ears. I will test the audio, I will figure out how it sounds when I do edit it, and but so far it's doing a pretty good job. And one thing I do love about this is, compared to the other microphone that I've got, which is the Sony ECM B10, it's much smaller, which means it's more discreet compared to this, which is a giant, like, fluffy mic that just sits on the top of your camera, and it's so obvious if you're like recording audio or doing anything like that. Compared to this, it's like literally like barely big. It's like, it's tiny, and it just sits on top of your camera, and it's great. Some people won't be able to tell though. So audio recording, they'll just think it's, I don't know, like a flash or something like that, compared to a massive microphone with this. So it's much easier to hide, I think, which makes it a lot nicer. So I'm gonna edit a few bits of these clips, and I'll see how it sounds.